Hi, I'm Kane Ma. Let's talk about the alternative product burndown graph. Of all the Scrum tools, this is my favorite, as it tracks the behavior of the team and the behavior of the product owner. At the beginning of the sprint, the team calculates the total amount of work remaining in the product backlog, and this is plotted as a bar graph. Thereafter, any work completed by the team is taken from the top of the graph. You can see the amount of work completed by the team by the differences in height in the bars. In our example, between sprints 1 and sprints 2, work was completed by the team. Between sprints 2 and sprints 3, again work was completed by the team. And between sprints 3 and 4, more work was completed by the team. But what happens if work is introduced into the product backlog? What do we do about news stories added by the product owner? How is this handled? Work added into the product backlog is added to the bottom of the bar graph. For example, no new work was added to the product backlog between sprints 1 and sprints 3. However, between sprints 3 and 4, there was work added to our product backlog, and similarly between sprints 4 and sprints 5. If a trend line is drawn to the tops of the graph, it shows the team is making steady progress in completing the work in the product backlog. It shows the rate at which work is being completed by the team. If a trend line is projected through the bottom of the graph, it shows the rate at which work is being added to the product backlog by the product owner. These two trend lines can then be used to extrapolate for completion date of the product. If the product backlog remains static, the earliest completion date is where the current baseline meets the blue trend line. If, however, the baseline of the product backlog continues to change, then the most likely completion date will be at the intersection between the blue trend line and the red trend line. The alternative burndown graph can be used to provide a time frame for when the product is likely to be completed, between the earliest completion date and the most likely completion date. It's a useful tool because it shows how the team is progressing, but also illustrates how the product owner's behavior can influence the final completion date of the product. In our next episode, we'll look at extreme programming and Scrum. Until then, thank you for your time.